Right. Good morning, everyone. So last classes we are trying to understand. We are understanding object-oriented programming. Nothing but as part of this, we are developing business applications development. As part of business applications development, we have completed understanding. First one is uh, types of languages and their problems and advantages. Then we discussed what is OOP, why OOP, then what are the OOP concepts, the building blocks of object-oriented programming, relation between class and object, definition of object, class, and instance, steps to create real-world object in programming world, sample projects in creating real-world object in programming world. We created student class, employee class, bank account class. Then we understood modifiers and accessibility modifiers. While creating real-world objects in the programming world, we have to remember one thing. Objects contain same values and object contain different values. Same values, if you want to store, I have to use static variable. Different values, if you want to store, you must use non-static variable. If you want to store values of an operation, then we have to use parameters. If you want to store the values of an if you want to store values of an operation, we must use parameter and local variables. Input values to store, we need parameter. Output values to store, we need local variable. Then different operations we can perform on an object. On an object, we can perform initialization operation, reading operation, storing operation, printing operation. Then I have to perform these four operations for one object, for every object available in the, for every object we created from the class. Suppose if I create 20 objects, same logic I have to repeat it 20 times. Then what is the problem in 20 times writing code? Redundancy. Then what the solution to the problem? I have to learn method and types of methods. Now I want to develop a method. Then what are the questions we have to ask? 6 questions we have to ask. What is the operation you want to perform? What are the inputs to this operation? What is the logic? What is the output? What are the exceptions? Who has to access it? So then once you create method, this method internal logic you have to observe. If this method internally accessing non-static variables of the class, to perform different operations on the non-static variable, then you should create that method as a non-static method. If the method is internally accessing static variables or accessing parameters or accessing local variables, then we have to create that method as a static method. If I create as a non-static method, is there any compile time error? No. Then if you create as a non-static method, for calling this method, you must create object. It's unnecessary time waste and memory waste. So basically, how many types of methods we create? 2 types, static method and non-static method. If you want to perform operation on object data, non-static variables, we have to use non-static method. Remaining all methods you have to create as what? Static method. Okay, right. Next, now once you create method, either static or non-static, inside that methods, I have to access what? Variables. What variables? Parameters, local. Parameters access, object is not required. Local variables to access, object is not required. Static variables to access, object is not required. If you want to access non-static variables available in the class, then we require what? Object. Where you created object? In the main method. The main method created object has to pass into our method. For passing the object into the method, I need a keyword called what? This. So this is a parameter implicitly created inside a non-static method. This keyword is available only inside non-static method. This keyword is used for receiving and storing current object reference, accessing non-static variable, non-static method, and non-static variables and non-static method from current object. Also, it is used for accessing constructor of same class, overloaded constructor. Also, it is used for differentiating class level non-static methods for local variables if both have same name. So there are totally 6 usages of this keyword. We have discussed 5 usages, 4 usages we discussed. One is receiving and storing in this keyword, accessing non-static variable, non-static method, differentiating non-static variable from one object to another object. This dot x coming from 1010 object. This dot x same statement coming from 2020 object when you change the object in calling method. And fourth, variable shadowing, differentiating non-static variable from static method. Okay, that 4 points we have discussed. Remaining 2 points next coming classes in polymorphism we are going to learn. The next, When you understand this keyword, we come across three terminology: local object, current object, argument object. The object created inside a method is called local object. The object using which we call the non-static method is called current object. The object by passing we call static non-static method is called what? Argument object. And a different ways of sharing an object. Two ways we can share, either current object and argument object. To the same class method, other class program. Other class program methods we can share only in one way, argument object. Same class we can share either current object or argument object. Then pass by value, pass by reference, pass by address. Java supports only pass by value. Pass by reference, pass by address will not be supported. Then default value, local preference, variable shadowing, it's a problem, solution, and advantage. What is the advantage with the variable shadowing? User programmer will get benefit. He can easily understand which parameter refers to which non-static variable or static variable. That's why we have to go for variable shadowing. Then different ways of initializing object and its problems. I can initialize the object in four ways. Number one, by accessing directly, and it has a problems. Solution is what? Setter methods. By using setter method, I can initialize, but when? After object created. But at the time of object creation, I want setter method will not support. Then I have to go constructor. Then constructor will initialize object at the time of object creation by taking all values at a time. So in projects, constructor is just meant for creating object with the default constructor and initialize by using setter method. Or we have one or two properties mandatory to initialize, like student number, employee number, account number. So like mandatory properties are there to initialize at the time of object creation. Then define parameterized constructor with that one or two properties. The remaining properties you initialize via setter method. Suppose you take Facebook account. Okay, suppose you take Facebook account. In Facebook account, I mean, if you want to open Facebook account, you have to supply three properties compulsory. Username, email or mobile, password, gender, and date of birth. Right? These four are compulsory. Once you open the account, the torture will start. Any of you created a Facebook account? Long back, huh? Recollect. First, you will ask, which school you are studying? Hello, friend, you forgot your school data update. Add your school name so that I'll bring your school friends. Next, hello, you forgot to add college. Add your college, I'll bring your friends. Hello, you are adding your working place. Add your working place, I'll bring your friends. That means inside Facebook account is nothing but, can I say, object? Inside Facebook object, there are so many properties are there, 10, 20 properties are there. Are these 10, 20 properties you are initializing at the time of account opening time? No. First, you are giving only two values or three values or four values. That means Facebook account is having minimum 4 properties to initialize. That means we have a constructor in the Facebook class with 4 properties. And those 4 properties we initialize at the time of account creation. After account creation onwards, what are you doing? You are initializing, taking the one value, initializing via setter method. Taking second value, initializing via setter method. Are people understand? Right? So if you have mandatory properties, then only use constructor. Otherwise, just use default constructor for creating object and initialize all the properties by using setter method. Then we also got some idea on singleton design pattern. Remember? Create one class object. Not explained in your batch. Okay, I'll explain this in the coming classes. Don't worry. At this minute, I'm not talking about this. Then constructor is having one problem. What is that? Inside a class, how many constructors I can create? 2. Constructor has 2 problems. Problem number 1, constructor cannot initialize static variables at the time of class loading. Problem number 2, inside a class, we can have multiple constructors. Then there is a chance logic will be repeated. Then to overcome these problems, we came to what? Block. How many types of blocks we have? 3 types of blocks are there. Static block, non-static block, local block. Static block is used for initializing static variables and executing logic at the time of class loading. Non-static block is used for initializing non-static variables and executing some logic at the time of object creation, common to all objects. Common to all objects. Next, local block is not meant for initializing any variable. It is meant for decreasing the scope of local variable. and how many static blocks and what compiler do, how many non-static blocks, what compiler do, all points we understood. Then we have got clarity on summary on a class structure to create real world object in programming world. Summary is what? On a class structure. Can you remember the summary point? In a class, first, the name of the class must be object type name. Second, inside class, we should declare static, non-static fields first. Then static block, non-static block constructor. Then setter method, getter method. Then business logic methods. And last, display method. Okay. That is a structure. Then in another class, that is called user class. In the user type object class, we must create instance of this class, initialize the values by taking values from the user and store that object. Okay. So that is what user class. So in a project, always minimum how many classes will be there? 2 classes. One object implementation class, another one is what? User object class. In object implementation class, we declare fields, constructor blocks and all. In user type class, we will create the instances of this class. So that is what we have understood. And then we started implementing one project, right? One project by using one project on all programming elements by showing one project for creating real world object in programming world by using all above OOP basics. Currently, we are discussing what? OOP basics. Class, variables, methods, construct, this keyword, all topics, all 21 topics, all 20 topics I wanted to use. Further, we started understanding project. Let's go to that project. Where was that? First, we taken bank account. Inside bank account, I need a static, non-static fields. For initializing static fields, we created static block. While taking static block, we have questioned ourselves. I want to assign bank name, branch name, IFSC. Is it a Amirpet code or high tech city code? This is not Amirpet program. This is a real bank account. Go to Kotak Bank and ask their software. The same thing will be. Okay. Tell me now. You are developing bank project for one particular bank or for all banks? You are developing for all banks. Then whichever the bank is coming, to that bank we are selling our project. Then when I sell my project to that bank, background, the values must be the particular bank values. So this bank name, branch name, IFSC values, should I hard code inside the static block? No. If I write bank name equal to HDFC, bank branch name equal to Amirpet, IFSC equal to HD123 Amirpet, something if you write, then what happened? Now this class will become specific to HDFC Bank. In projects, you should not type any single value in the program directly. Always you have to read values dynamically from 3 places. Number 1, either from keyboard or from file or from other programmer, whoever accessing our logic. Understand that? If you want read from the keyboard, I should use scanner. If you want read values from the file, you should use file reader with buffer reader. If you want read values from the other programmer, you have to read them as a arguments with the method parameters or constructor parameters, right? Only 3 ways we'll read data. In advanced Java, one more way coming, database. If you want to connect to database and reading, you have to use JDBC. So these are the four ways you can read. Currently, you want to read bank name, branch name, IFSC from the end user. Does end user will give the bank name, branch? Whenever you are developing project, you should not think in Java. You have to think with what? Requirement. Real world business thought you have to get into your mind. In a bank name, branch name, IFSC are assigned by customer or assigned by the bank itself. That bank means front, back end, back end. whenever the project is executed, automatically backend, the values are coming. So who is the backend in the project? File or database. I have to read values either from the file or from the database. To read values from the database, I need what? JDBC Advanced Java. Sorry, Advanced Java we are not going to use. Okay, we have to read values from where? File. Core Java means read data from the file, store data from the file. Okay, let us read these three values from the file. So first I have to create a file. I created file, bank details.txt. In the bank details.txt, in each line, one value have written. First value, second value, third value. And I need to read these values from this file in my Java program. For that, I required what? File reader. But file reader can read only one character at a time. HDFC, H only it will read. DFC, who will read? I need one line at a time. To read one line at a time, which class supporting? Buffer reader. Connect this file reader to buffer reader. Call read line method 3 times. First line, second line, third line. Assign the three method calls to three variables. Completed. Right? And then initialization is over. Next, we have to go forward. Non-static variables initialization. As part of non-static variables, we have account number. Now we have to question. Account number is again assigned by the customer. No. Account number not given by customer. Account number given by front office team. No. Front office means keyboard. Customer or front office is nothing but keyboard. Then who will generate the account number? Bank, backend. Bank by backend it will generate. Backend means again what? Database. Core Java means no database. Then file. So I have to create one more file. The file name is what? Your wish. I have chosen it as a account number sequence.txt. Inside this file, I have to mention the initial number. Initial sequence number I have to place. Okay. Then this initial sequence number I have to read into my program. This is what? 0. My account number should be 0 na or 1 na? 1. So I have to add by 1. Previous number plus 1 I have to add. So read this number from the file. How to read value from the file? Again by using file reader, by passing to buffer reader. Buffer reader reading complete number. But the number is coming from the file or from the keyboard into the program as a string. I have to convert them into long time. Okay. So account number is a long time. How to convert? Parse long, long dot parse long off. So then it's converted to long. You want to use that 0 number added by 1, added by 1. Plus 1, assign that number to, convert the number, add 1, and then assign to the long variable. Okay, done. Account number is stored. But now somewhere else, now tell me either today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I have to create a new account. When you want to create new account, the latest generated account number should be stored in the file. For that, I have to use file writer. When you use file writer, what you have to pass to the file writer? Long number. Will file writer will write the data in the long format? No. Either you read data from the file or you want to store data in the file, that should be in a string format. Then how can I convert a number to a string? Just to concatenate empty string to the long. Empty double quotes, not space double quote. If you write space double quote, now the space is attached to the long number and it will store in the file. When you read back, it will not be a number, it become a string. String number cannot be converted to number, so you'll get number format exception. So you have to use empty string plus number, then store it inside a file. So inside a non-static block, read data from the file, increase and store in the variable. The increase number again you have to store back into the file. So that when you are creating second account, then what happened? Second account will be used. Again, second account reading the account number from the file. From the file, we are getting default number or increase number. Increase number we will get. Okay, na? Fine. So then next. Now, from the customer, I want initialize account holder name and balance. These two values I have to take from customer. It's not from the backend. Then how can I read values from the customer? I have two options. Currently, I am writing program for a customer or for the banker. This is not for the customer. This class is not for the customer. This class is for bank. Bank is for customer. So now I have to read value from the bank means bank is a keyboarder, bank is a customer, bank is a programmer. Bank is also a program. Are you following my point? Customer is not a program. Customer is a keyboard. He is supplying the data from the keyboard. So bank is also a program. Now bank account want to read data from a program. If you want to read data from a program, you have to use what? Parameters. Now, you wanted to take these two values at the time of the account object creation time or after account object creation. At the time of account object creation, I want read. Then I have to use what? Constructor. So I am defined constructor with the two parameters. Then active variable must be set by customer or set by the manager. That means this active variable should have what? Setter methods. Okay. Next, tell me. Following by constructor done. Next, what I have to do? I should define what now? Getter methods and setter methods. Now you have to question. Blindly, you should not create setter getter method for each property. You have to question which property requires setter method, which property should not have setter method. These two values should not be touched by the bank directly or by customer. So we have to provide only getter methods. Account number also should not be set. Should have only getter method. Account holder name should have setter getter method. Balance should have getter method. Setter method is nothing but deposit, withdrawn, current balance. We didn't write set method for active, set to get method for active. Hope you will write that in your system. Okay, in your system, write that I'm giving you as a assignment. Next, I want to print values. To print value, up to now we are working with the display method. Now I am using toString method. So what the purpose of toString method? We will discuss practically. So now tell me, this class is following the summary structure of the class or not? Summary on a class structure to create real world object in the programming world. To create real world object in the programming world, I must create a class with the object type, following by static non-static fields, static non-static methods, static non-static block and constructor, setter methods and getter methods, business logic methods, and print method. So these are the methods you have to create inside a class. Now this class is an object or object type class. Object type. It's a blueprint class. Now this bank account class is meant for use by whom? Customer or used by the bank? Bank. So who is the user of bank account? Bank account user is bank. Now I want to create bank class. All are ready? Yesterday I tortured you like anything. Today I don't want to torture much. So actually yesterday the explanation what I gave, that is a previous batch's explanation. So previous batch students understood. So I thought of you can also understand. So I followed. So today I'm changing the explanation. Okay, now I'm trying to come little down. Okay. Now see, if you don't understand, it's not your mistake. Are you following? It's not your mistake. It is not my mistake. Okay. Sometimes it happens. Now we will find a solution and we'll follow the next. Okay. Now tell me. I'm trying to write the code in a different way. All people participate so that you will understand. Today also, if you don't participate, then hands up. Next classes onwards, you will face a lot of difficulties. Okay. Now, who is the user of this bank account class? Bank. I'm creating class called what? Bank. Tell me. Bank has to perform what are the operations? Deposit, withdraw, current balance, transfer money. All these operations it has to perform based on its choice or based on the customer choice. Customer choice. And next, bank is a data, what do you call a business implementation class or business running class. It is a business running. It is running the business, right? So whenever you want to run the class, I require what? Main method. Now in the class bank, I'm creating what? Main method. Okay, open bracket. Inside the bank class main method, now I want one customer is come to the bank. Okay, one customer comes to the bank. He is Mr. HK. So the customer came. Now tell me, the bank must create one account for the customer. What you are writing now? Bank account. Account 1 equal to new bank account. Bank account. Account 1 equal to new bank account. But now we have to collect the details of this customer or not. I corrected already his details. What? Account name, account holder name is HK, and balance you want to open the bank with what? 50,000, say, suppose. With some 50,000 you wanted to open. Now tell me, what happened background? Background in the JVM. First, bank class is loaded. Then main method is execution started. Bank account. Account 1 variable is created. Equals to new keyword should create the instance of the bank account class. While discussing constructor and types of constructor, we also learn one topic. What is that? New keyword. Okay. Steps involved in an object creation. How many steps are there? 4 steps. Also, we discussed responsibilities of new keyword and constructor. Hope you remember it. Now tell me. According to this point, what display not visible here? Not visible? Now tell me. So now apply that point here. This is an object creation statement. Object creation statement has a 4 steps. Step number 1, reference variable declaration. Second step is what? Instance creation. If you want to create instance, first of all, bank account class has to load into JVM. Bank account class has to load into JVM. Now, new keyword requesting JVM to load the bank account class. Now, this is your bank account class. Okay, bank account class is loaded. This is JVM. Okay, into JVM, first bank account class is loaded. Mari bank class no need to load, already loaded. Okay, we don't need to worry about bank class. We need to worry about only bank account class. Bank account class is loaded with static variable. Shall I write shortcuts? Bank name, branch name, IFSC, account number, account holder name, balance, and active, static block, non-static block, constructor, setter methods, getter methods, logic methods, deposit, withdraw, current balance, transfer amount, and then to whatever you write in the class, everything is loaded and stored inside JVM. After storing inside JVM, this is step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what happened? Because of new keyword, 7th step, class is loaded. After class loading, 8th step, all static variables must be provided memory. Na? Static variables are provided memory with the default values null, null, null. Okay. After static variables memory allocated, then what happened? Static block is executed. Static block is connecting to whom now? File. I will upload this entire image after class completed. Don't worry. Okay. Now, if board is some part not visible, also no problem. And now here, this is what? Bank details dot txt file contains what? HDFC, Amirpet. Just listen what I'm saying. Enough. HDFC, Amirpet. And next, HD AM. Okay, HD 123 AM. 123 AM. Reading these values and storing inside these fields. Right. Null replace with HDFC. Null replace with Amirpet. And null replace with HD 123 AM. Am I right? Yes. Then after storing the values inside static variables, now the new keyword going to the next step. First step is what? Loading class. Second step is allocating memory to static variables. Next step is executing static blocks and storing the values inside static variables. Clear? Then now object creation started. Now this object reference is 1010. This is step number 10. 10, 10, 10, don't confuse, okay? Bank name, sorry. Account number, account holder name, balance. All these three variables are provided memory with the default value 0L, null, 0.0. Now tell me, constructor job is, sorry, new keyword job is completed. Now new keyword call constructor, step number 11. Now the constructor by passing these values, 10, 10, current object reference, and these two values, control will go to where? Constructor. Control comes to constructor now. Constructor executed, step number 11, 12. First constructor logic executed or non-static block executed? Non-static block, 12, 13, non-static block logic. As part of the non-static block, now you are accessing what? Remember, account number, sequence dot txt file, that 984000000 some number is there. That number you are reading and storing inside where? Account number variable. 0L replace with 984000000. Last one is what? 1. Only focus on 1. Then after that, constructor logic execution started 14. What is the 14 step? Null replace with given value HK and 0.0 replace with 50,000 points. Okay. And then after constructor execution completed, now step number 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 10, 10 copied into account 1. It contains what? 10, 10 pointing to. Okay. And this is 60. All are known points and new points. Daily we are learning, but today I am writing as a diagram. Okay, na? ఇప్పుడు 15 steps and doubts in online students, do you have any doubts in these 16 steps? I will take a photo and I'll upload and you can zoom it and see. Any doubts, sir? Online students? Only 1% replied. Offline students, no doubts. Doubts? Doubts hai to ask, I'll explain. Doubt? Everything clear? Girls? Okay. Then tell me. Hare Krishna is ready. Now Hare Krishna account created. What next? After account is created, what? Now I wanted to print all values. System.out.println account 1. Okay. First operation is what? After object is created, generally we will print na. When you print object, println method takes this object. Println method takes this account 1 object 1010 as an argument and prints that object information by calling account1.toString. అర్థమైంది ఇప్పుడు? All people understand now? Earlier, how you printed data? Account1.display. When you call account1.display, that is specific to your application. It's not common to all classes in the project. Na? Then tell me, in projects, if you want to print any object, we will use what? ToString method. Okay, we'll use ToString method. And now system.out.println account1, account1.toString when you call, then ToString method is background executed. And what happened? Object data is printed. So what the data is printed, output you know. Okay. So tell me now, whenever you pass object to println method, implicitly what method is called? ToString method is called. In your object class, ToString method is not there. Then any object data is printed? No. Object class name at the rate hash code will be printed. In a data type chapter or variable chapter, I told you one point. When you print string object data is printed. When you print our own class object, class name at the rate hash code is printed. Why? Secret of the JVM, I told you. That secret is what? ToString. So when you pass your class object to the println or string object to the println, it do only one work. What is that? ToString method is called string dot ToString, our object dot ToString. In a string class, ToString method is already overridden. In a string class, ToString method is already overridden. Overridden means already, in method chapter I explained. Overridden means in super class already method is defined. I am changing that logic in subclass. Who is the super class of all classes? Object class. This ToString method originally available in which class? Object class. Object class contain a ToString method. Object class contained ToString method implicitly print objects class name at the rate hash code. I don't want objects at the rate hash code. I want to print what? My object data. That means object class given logic satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied. Your mother prepared curry, not giving taste to you. What will you do? You add extra masala or you will order for Zomato, right? That means extra work you have to do. When your parent supplied thing is not satisfied, you have to do extra work you have to do. Now your father sending you only 5,000 rupees per month. Unfortunately, Amirpet, you found one lover. Now you have to also spend the money for your lover. Your father giving money only sufficient for you. Then what about lover? So you have to work extra. So that extra work is called what? Overriding. What do you call? Overriding. So ToString method available in object class not satisfying the string requirement. Then what string class programmer has done? They have overridden ToString method in string class, but not overridden our class. That's why what is displayed? Class name at the rate hash code. Now in our account class, I have overridden. So what is displayed? Object data. Whose object data? Account one object data is displayed. Account one object data. What is the account one object data? Static variable HDFC Amirpet HD123 and this account number and account holder name balance. All 6 variable values are displayed. You can see the logic in your notes. See the logic, what you have written, all 6 variables printing now. Can we access static variable from non-static method? Yes. Static variable memory common to all objects. Look at here, I have a question. This account one variable pointing to only non-static variables or also to static variables? Also to static variables, because static variable memory is meant for object values to store, common values to store. Using account one dot means using this dot can access both static variables and non-static variables. Up to now, understand? Then after that, what should I do now? I have to go for performing operations. What operation? I want to deposit some money. What I should write? Account one dot deposit of some 5,000 rupees I want to deposit. And tell me, what the meaning of this one? Account one dot deposit. How many values are going into deposit method? 2. One is current object reference 1010, argument value 5,000. Then now the deposit method, what it is doing? Deposit method will go to which object? Deposit method will go to account one object via method logic and then existing 5,000 change it to what? 5,000 55,000.0. Everyone understand? So tell me, is this deposit method directly going to object or via method? It will come to the method. From the method, it will go here. Okay? Because of number of arrows are increasing, confusion will come. That's why I'm writing directly. But you know the flow of execution. Okay. Then now I wanted to display what is the current balance. What I have to write? Account one dot current balance. Account one dot current balance. Tell me. When I write account one dot current balance, what happens? Account one reference is passed to current balance method and getting what? Balance of the object and printed on the console. What is printed? 55,000 printed. All people are able to visualize. First control is going to which method? Current balance method. Inside current balance method, this variable receiving this account one object reference. From here, control is coming to current balance method. From the current balance method is going into balance variable and reading and returning to our program printing. Okay, now next. Now tell me, I want I want to withdraw some amount from here. Then what method I have to call? Account1 dot withdraw of, account1 dot withdraw of, say 3,000 rupees I want to withdraw. Tell me, if I write 3,000, how many objects are going into this method? Two. First one is current object reference 1010 and argument 3,000.0. 3,000 you are writing, but is converted to 0.0. And then it is going to where now? Account1 object. Account1 object. Actually directly going to account1 object or withdraw method. It is going to withdraw method. Going to withdraw method first, receiving how many values? Two values. Current object reference stored in this keyword and argument 3,000 stored in the parameter, and go to deposit. Here 5,000.500 replaced with what? 5,000, 3,000 deducted and converted to what? 2,000 point 5,000, 52,000. Understand? Then is it displaying anything? No. Again, I want to print value. Account1 dot current balance. Account1 dot current balance. Then now again, current object reference is passed 1010. Now current balance method going to where? Account1 object balance variable to retrieve the balance. Now my question is, when you call current balance method, always it retrieves the currently available value, na? What is the currently available value in the balance variable? That will be printed 52,000.0. Always the methods will read the values available in the current object. When you modify the values available in the object by using one reference variable, that modification affecting to another reference variables pointing to the same object. So in all these methods, in deposit method, withdraw method, you are accessing which object? Same object, account1. With this dot I modified balance, with account1 also we are getting same balance. Okay, so this is the basic functionality of how the background program is working. Small buji program for your quick understanding. Okay, now so tell me what you have to understand. Two levels. First level is what? How to create real world object in the programming. For creating real world object in the programming world, I need a class, I need instance, I need fields, I need construct blocks, constructors, methods. By using all these 5 topics, we have to develop project. Once you create real world object in the programming world, means just blueprint is ready, but further what I required? I required one real world object. So to bring real world object, what I required? Instance is required. What required? Instance is required. So for that instance creation purpose, I have to use new keyword. Tell me what is the difference between class and new? Class creates a type of the object. New creates what? Particular object. Okay, tell me, Rabai. Today, who came to my bank? HK came. Okay, na? Tomorrow, who will come? Balai Babu will come. Balkrishna Babu. Where Babu? Balkrishna Babu came. Now tell me again what happened? New object creator, but with what data? HK. Then is it a good idea to pass the hard-coded values? You have to pass these two values from keyboard. Now tell me, here bank hard coding HK values are giving application to HK to read values. Giving application to the HK to read values. That means you should not take HK at 50,000 here. In place of HK, what you write? SC and dot next line. And should not give 50,000 SC and dot next double. Will you rewrite this code? I'm giving this as assignment to you. I don't want it to write. You have to write. Just I'm giving clues. With these clues, you must able to enhance this code. Okay, na? Point number 1. All people understand the change. Should not hard code values. I have to take the values from the customer from the keyboard. So reading values unstored. Okay, Balai Babu Hare Krishna created. Then program execution completed. Next day, who is coming? Balai Babu. Tell me, this program will work for Balai Babu account to create? Yes, because I'm reading values from the keyboard. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. How many accounts created? 6 accounts. Where are those 6 accounts? Once the bank main method execution completed, account object is destroyed. Harikrishna account open. So wonderfully you develop. Observe. Account open, printed, deposited, current balance, withdraw, current balance, get out. Ain't Any operations, all operations you perform on a same instance of the timer? No, it's my choice. When I want to perform, I want to perform. Where you have written all these method calls in the same main method. Do you remember in method chapter I told you, if I perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, everything in a main method, can you choose which operation to perform? No. All operations are executed at a time, one after one. Finally, what happened? Program is as per the business, as per Amir Peter. When you go to ATM, today you go ATM, okay? Don't go to bank now. Today go to ATM. You have ATM card, na? Go to swipe the card. Once you swipe card, automatically it is depositing with the current balance, transfer money. Adi develop chesavu. The moment you swipe the card, chaka, all operations are performed and smiling. Completed. Okay. Understand my point? Is it a right code or wrong code? Wrong code. Once you swipe the card, it is asking enter PIN number. Are you valid or not? Yes, entered. Means scanner dot SSN dot next int. Verified. PIN number is correct. Then asking, is it performing operations by its own? Asking your choice. It's showing the options. Which operation you want? Deposit, withdraw, current balance, change PIN number, change mobile, change address, exit. Just for fun, you came on going. Okay, what operations you want? So all options are showing. Then tell me. Inside my main method, I should create account directly, or first I have to show options. I should show options. Option number 1, create account or open account. Option number 2, deposit. Option number 3, withdraw. Option number 4, transfer money. Option number 5, current balance. Okay, like this. Options I have to show. After showing the options, I should ask, enter one option, press this button, press that button. I click on that button means I choose an option number 1. What is option number 1? Open account. Then which logic should execute? E line execute the one. Open account, create the account by taking the values from the user. Understand my point? Then after account is created, I have to store this account for further operations. Then next, after that, then again I'm asking, okay, na? You want to continue or you want to exit? Exit. Then tomorrow is coming. Then when tomorrow is coming, again I have to show the options. Na? As part of option, you say deposit. When you say deposit, I should directly deposit or ask his account number. Enter account number you want to deposit. If you draw already with ATM card, from the ATM card, we'll get account number. Then account number after taking, then I have to bring this bank account already created. That means I have to store this account somewhere, na? Where I have stored in account 1 variable. If I store in account 1 variable, how many bank account objects I can store in my bank? 1. Understand? Now, first customer, I open the account, left. Then tomorrow, second customer came. For him also, I am giving the options. What do you want? Open account. Then I open the account for the second customer and store the second object reference inside where? Account 1 variable. Account 1 variable, yesterday I stored Harikrishna account, na? Today you are storing Balakrishna account. What happened? Harikrishna account gone. Only Balakrishna account is there. Then next day, I went to the bank for withdraw money. My withdraw money from where? My account is there or not there? My bank account number is asking, enter your bank account number, enter. Sorry, your account is deleted. If deleted, what about my 55,000? Sorry, we lost. Sara bank, Anta Asami. So tell me now, the application, what you develop, it is a multiple customers or single customer? So if you want to store multiple objects, then what I should use? Multiple variables. For multiple variables, if we create directly, what happened? It leads to static nature code. Then I have to use dynamic nature. What the dynamic nature of variable creation? Array or collection. So that means I have to store this bank account object inside where? Array. Okay, that array in a real world bank is nothing but what? Database. In real world bank, it is database. And in programming world, it is array or collection. Understand my point? Right. Then first account created, stored in the array. Second account created, stored in the array. Third account created, stored in the array. Then the first customer coming for deposit operation or withdrawal operation. Then what is the first operation I have to do? I should ask him, enter your account number. With this account number, I have to search for the object in the array. Na? I don't know if his account is available in 0 index or 1 index or 2 index. So I have to search. Once I found, then I have to perform deposit. Are you following my point? Then he is asking, no, I want withdraw. So withdraw also, search, then withdraw. Current balance, search, current balance. Transfer money, search, transfer money. And what is the common operation for all these operations? Sometimes he's asking just to print my details. For printing also, I should fetch your account. So what is I have to learn? I have to learn after account creation. I should learn how to add it to the array. After adding to array, I have to learn how to search. Are you following? So tell me, writing earlier in our data types chapter time, we have learned how to create object, created, how to print, how to perform different operation directly. This is Amirpet level learning. If you just learn this much, you will understand, no confusions to your brain, no trouble to your brain. Nicely you'll say, wonderful, my sir super explained. By taking this, if you go to software industry, then there you will start crying like anything. What you learn in Amirpet will not be there in high-tech city. And next, in what way you are learning in the Amirpet, constructor separately, setter method separately, getter method separately, each topic you are learning separately. But in company, separately, there are all in one class will be there. All in one class, you never learn in Amirpet because students are not ready to learn, faculties are not ready to teach. But I am least bother whether you are ready or not ready, na? Because I should make you ready for software industry. Okay, there are two places you will cry, either in classroom or in interview room, or luckily if you pass interview, then in companies. If you are crying in interview, if you are crying in the classroom, okay, today you are crying, tomorrow maybe you will understand. Definitely, I will try in a different way to teach today like I teach. So finally, with the struggle of 1 month, 2 months, finally what happened? Some flow you will get. Then once you go to company with that flow, happily you can continue your job. If I don't teach all these points because you are not understanding, then in interview, you will face these points. Pakka, you will fail there. If interviewer also like you only, he also didn't learn anything, then luckily you pass interview, then you are going to face this entire problems in company. In company, if you are facing these problems, you will have happy, sad. Day by day, that sadness is increasing. One fine day, your confidence will be go down and started feeling, I am waste. I cannot live. Commit suicide. You want to commit suicide? No, right? Then commit suicide in the class. Okay, now I am there to save you. When you're trying to commit suicide, I will try to save you. Okay. So I am trying as per company. This is your Amirpet. So, but I want you try as per company. If you write all these methods as a single line, then all are executed. But after program execution completed, next customer coming, so many problems are there. So this is not the real development. Real development we have to go. That's where I am trying to develop project. Clear now? So now I want you, I will upload this project, complete project. At home, you write this project by your own. I'm not going to explain now. Okay, now I gave you clarity now what and what. So now you write that project in your room by your own, complete project, complete code you write. How much you understand. If not understand, leave it. No problem. At least you understand this. Enough. Okay, na? Again, I will come back to this project in going on next examples. Okay, going on, encapsulation after completed, inheritance completed. Okay, little bit, multiple classes usages will be increased. Already you have an idea of this project. Now you written notes means some idea you will get. With this idea, definitely some doubts are there, some understanding is there. The doubts and understanding, with that we are after end of OOP principles. Again, I will revise this project and I will develop one more project. Then you will get full confidence. Let us give some time to your brain. Okay, na? So this much is sufficient. I don't want to go beyond this. I don't want to trouble your brain beyond this. Okay. So yesterday I realized that your brain cannot receive more than this knowledge. Okay, it's enough, sufficient. So need some more time. Definitely you have to understand, sir. But we are giving some more time to our brain to understand. Clear? So with this, we're done with our object-oriented programming basics fully. Okay. Now you have to do revision. After doing revision, then you can go for next topic, object-oriented programming principles, encapsulation, inheritance. Next week, Monday is holiday. Next class will be on Tuesday. Okay, now. So actually today I have to take leave. I'm not well, not in a position to speak. But still I came because Monday is holiday, 3 days continuation holiday I don't want. At least if I complete this and share the project, maybe you can write the code and you can understand somewhat. That's the reason I came to the class today. Okay, na? Right. Hope you got clarity and ready for next 2 days holidays, what to do. Okay. Tuesday, we are starting encapsulation, and encapsulation Tuesday will be completed. Next 4 days, we are going to work with inheritance. Inheritance is a big chapter, lengthy chapter. So if you can able to do revision of these topics today, then next class will be encapsulation. Inheritance will be easy. Inheritance is the revision of all the 2.5 months topics, whatever you learn. Up to now, you are working with one class, means a child class or parent class. Now you are working with two classes, parent and child combination. Okay, na? Right. So same points you are learning, but with one extra class. That's it. Online students, clear? I think already the syllabus notes you written, right? Can you please open that? All points are coming in flow or anything is missing in your notes? Please check. Ma, all points covered? Anything missing? Hmm? In the list, all points, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll upload, man. The whatever the code you have written in the main method, that is a bank front office. Anup Kumar. Bank front office contain the method calls. So you write the code, complete code, you will understand. Okay, that's all for today class, guys. So see you in the next class on Tuesday. Okay, please check the Google Classroom and come. Tuesday when you are coming, check the Google Classroom and come. So if at all, if I am unable to come, I'll inform you early. Okay, na? And next, shall I give 1 or 2 videos for you to practice? How many days you will take to revision? Just today, can you complete today, tomorrow? Okay, now Monday, today, tomorrow, you do revision and write this project. Okay, now, and Monday, I want you watch one video. Okay, let's not waste the time. Okay, Monday, did I share operators? Operators shared all 4 videos completed. Okay. I remember 4 videos completed, right? Up to increment, decrement operators. 4 videos are there. Up to increment and decrement operators are there. Did you complete? If not, try to complete them. Okay, na? Right. So next, I'm going to share you. I'll think, okay? After going to home, I will think what to share to you. Okay, na? So some videos I will share. Try to watch them. Hmm. No, execution flows we have not started. Na? Static members execution flow, did I explain? Adnana. Up to here, block and types of blocks completed in your notes. That's it. After that, I didn't start, no. OOP basics completed, I didn't say. Summary on OOP basics up to now you learn and project development, okay? The flow of execution, static members flow of execution, non-static members flow of execution. After that, illegal forward reference, recursive method call, different ways of loading classes will come into picture. Okay, na? Thank you. That's all for today, class. See you on Tuesday. I will share. I will share. I have better mobile than your mobiles. Don't worry. One minute. Where? No, yes. There is no variable shadowing. You tell